All right. Sister Deborah coming this evening with this after, no, it's not noon yet. It's still morning with the message. And this is a very, very powerful message to those who receive word of power from the Most High Yah. Everything is not for everybody. Okay. So therefore, just because you tune in does not mean that this message is for you. Okay. It's going to be a very powerful message, is because I want to kind of show you what Sister Deborah been saying lately, say in the last 9, maybe a year, months. And a lot of time people would think, I know, ain't no one applied it to me. No one said it to me, but people do. They think you are fear monging or fear. You bringing fear on people. Let me tell y'all, where we are at is deeper than deep. That means fear can't even get a hold of what is about to take place, what is before us. Okay? Don't think that you're hearing stuff like this while you're living and it's not really trying to give you a warning, because a lot of people think when I'm going to Mount Zion, or I'm going he gonna get us out of here. But let me tell y'all, you ain't going nowhere, baby. You ain't going nowhere. And I've been telling people that over and over and over and over. That's on the tail end of the whole thing. You're not going anywhere, and you are not entitled to being. So you've been here, Judah been here in Israel, being in captivity for past 400 years, and they still don't know why they're here. They still don't even know who they are. It ain't like the Most High waiting for you to find out who you are. He's not waiting for you to know who you are. He's working on his own pace based on his own will. But I'm going to show you all something. I'm going to let you hear something, not so much as show you. Then I'm going to show you where you all are bent up and bent down. Now, many people would listen to what I'm saying, and they would take heed in a way, or I get what she said, I get it for now, and then walk away by tomorrow as if nothing was said or giving them the warning. They don't even people don't even understand how Yah is giving people a word of blessing, and they a blessing word, and that word normally is there to warn you, but it's a blessing from the Most High Yah. Sister Deborah is not fear mongering, trying to get people to be fearful, trying to get people to understand what the Spirit is saying to me. No, I'm working on Yah day. See, I'm on His day, not yours. See, you the one bent. I'm not. He already didn't school me enough to let me know. Stop thinking you're gonna make the crooked straight. You can't do nothing with these people, Deborah. It's deeper than deep. So this is what you're gonna find out today. I want to show you, because this happened to me yesterday, and I made sure I download it on my phone. I'm not going to let you hear it, the whole thing, but I just want to show you from another nation and how this individual, he looks like a Christian pastor. I mean, that's why I think he's portraying to be a Christian pastor. But I'm showing you how the warning, whether it's from me, which is a servant of the Most High Yah, that has the Ruach, or from someone else in another nation that believes in what they believe. But somewhere along the line, we said the same thing. So when you heard my message yesterday about the Father telling me, Deborah, it's deeper than deep. When I heard this last night, I said, that's what you was talking about too, Father? He said, yes, Deborah, it's deeper than deep. And then we're going to go strictly to Revelation to find out what is it that the Father was telling his servant yesterday about how deep it is, because I missed it. I'm going to be honest with you. I totally missed it. But you're going to find out today what I missed, what you missed, what we missing. Okay, so I'm going to let you listen to this here. I don't know what he is, if he's a pastor, a bishop, a priest, or what, but I just want you to hear his word of warning. It sounds like me telling you That what y'all don't see what's going on, y'all. It ain't like y'all thinking. It's not what you see, and I'm saying it in a different way. As a servant of the Most High, he's saying it in a way that he somewhere along the line can feel this thing too. So if he can feel it, I can feel it. What the rest behind with you all? So don't think that Sister Deborah bring a lot of messages on this page, fear mongering or all the time trying to warn. Don't you think that back in the days of Noah, what was that all about? What was his purpose? First and foremost, before he even started building, he had to warn. You see, back in the days of Sodom and Gomorrah, when he tore up that city, he put in all the surrounding cities. See, they didn't tell y'all about that, did they? It's all of it was put on fire, destroyed. He went to Abraham to give him the warning. He didn't waste his time giving it to Lot. He didn't waste his time giving it to Lot's wife and his daughter. He went to his servant and let his servant know, I'm going to where your loved one is at, and I'm wiping the place out. You see how y'all rumble? That's the same thing I try to tell you. He don't have to come to you. He got his own servants and who he say things to say to you. And like he have said to me over and over and over throughout my whole living, if they don't hear you, they ain't gonna hear me. You could be their last route, Deborah, to hearing me. And I already know that to be true because that's how it was back in the biblical days, back in the ancient times. That's how it was. You're going to either hear the one that he sent. You couldn't go to the king and the other kings. You couldn't go to all of them and their prophet. Either they heard what Yah's prophet said, or you just go right ahead, watch what happened. When that's the same way he is today. Sister Deborah ain't telling nobody to give up nothing. Sister Deborah is trying to get you prepared in the spirit realm for what about to happen to you in your flesh. So let's hear what this man is saying. And I want y'all to really just listen. And everything he's saying is not 100, okay? And I'm not going to play the whole thing, but I want to play enough to try to give you a little idea of what Sister Deborah been doing for almost a year now, giving y'all a full whole warning. That this is not, it's over, baby. It's no time to play. It's time to get right in your spirit so your spirit can cause your flesh to handle what is about to take place. So let's just hear what he's about to say. And I hope you can hear it.
Daniel, if your husband's belly looks like this,
this is
hold on. He is not fat. He is infested.
Okay.
The moral collapse is not accidental. It is orchestrated. Confusion in the church is not random. It is targeted. And the silence from the pulpit, that silence is defensing. Because what is coming requires every soul to be awake, prepared, and rooted in truth.
Mm-hmm.
This is not conspiracy theory. This is not fear-mongering. Mm-hmm. This is theology grounded in scripture, in tradition, and in the consistent warnings of the saints, the mystics, and the visionaries that the church has recognized for centuries. What they described is not vague. What they warned about is not symbolic. And what we are beginning to see is not a rehearsal. I want to start with something that I have observed first, not from books alone, but from direct experience on the front lines of spiritual warfare.
Mm-hmm.
The demonic activity occurring in the world right now is not simply increasing. It is accelerating at a rate that I would describe as geometrically exponential. That is not hyperbolic. That is a sober theological assessment. In the early days of my ministry as an exorcist, the number of cases that came through the door was significant, but manageable. Over the decades, the volume increased. But what I am seeing in recent years is not more cases, it is a qualitative change in the nature of the oppression, obsession, and possession itself. The manifestations are more intense. The demonic attachments are deeper. The damage to the human soul is more extensive. The resistance to prayer and the sacraments in some cases, is more formidable than anything I have previously encountered. Now, why is this happening? People ask me that question constantly. Why now? Why this level of intent? The answer is rooted in something that most modern Catholics have forgotten: the doctrine of divine permission. God permits evil to a certain degree. He never causes it, but he permits it. And the degree of permission is directly proportional to the degree of rebellion. When a civilization, a culture, a nation, a people turns away from God at the level and the scale that we are seeing in our modern world, the divine protection is diminished, not because God abandons us, but because we collectively have abandoned him.
Okay.
The
Now,
sacraments are the primary weapons against
as he go on, which I think that's pretty much of how much I listen. He goes on and goes on, but I want to share with you that other nations are fully aware that something outside of human power is about to show up and show out. While people really believe that they got the upper hand in this thing. You see? So my purpose here on the earth is to feed those that are the spiritual seeds, those that are the light, those that are the spirit and truth, that hold spirit and truth, those that holds the light in their right hand. That's my purpose of being here. And to warn Judah. Okay? But what I've learned since I've been here is that since I've been on this page and since I've been living, is you're speaking to a people that never listened to a creator, nor my other brethren that were prophets. They didn't listen then. So what would make me think that they can hear me now? They can. So the Father have gave me such a form of his comfort to assure me, keep up with your mission. You are on a mission from me, not from them. Your mission is required that you say and do and you speak on what I give you and what I've taught you, not what they are comfortable with or how they might feel about it or how they might want to live in a way that they feel that's comfortable for them. Don't even allow your message to steer in a way where it's bringing all the flesh of this all these platforms comfortable. Your message is to make them uncomfortable, because only being uncomfortable is going to cause those that are uncomfortable to draw to that which is a comforter to give them comfort. As long as you think what you have, your little money, your little property, your little house, and your little car, and what you got is your comfort zone, that's all you're going to be tied up in and tied up out. But the Father is saying to his prophet, I don't care. Give the people what I give you. And it's not supposed to be comfort. You see, it's not supposed to make you so comfort to where you, right now, many people are very much locked in to the fact it ain't nothing else, not even repentance is a part of their will to want to do. Why? Because all of that is wiped out in the minds of people, because people have been serving people by serving their flesh for so long to where that's the only way they know how to give warning. That's the only way they know how to teach the word, or the words, is to bring comfort and peace to the flesh. Not knowing that bringing peace and comfort to the flesh don't give a rat's behind. It wants that. Not knowing that bringing that peace and comfort to that flesh, leading it is actually revealing that the person is a serpent seed and they are doomed to eternal lake of fire, because all they concerned about is making sure you are feeding their flesh, giving their flesh the comfort that they need. Okay, I want to also say to you all, I did this video and I brought that man's voice up to the sound part, and at that moment everything else on my YouTube page kind of shut down. But I'm good with that. I'm going to press on because I want to also, and I'm gonna do that video again at the end so you can kind of hear exactly what I just allowed you to hear as I played that video. And it's just saying the same thing. Now that shows you there are people that's not even in the same belief, in the same religion, and in the same calling, but yet they feeling something that's going to happen, that's before us, that's right now is happening. And I want to show you something in Revelation. And Revelation 13 is where I'm continuing thinking that's really feel like that's where we at. So listen to this. In Revelation chapter 13, okay, and verse 5, it says, and there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things, blasphemies, and power was given unto him to continue 42 months. Who are we talking about? Let's go back up to verse 4. So we're going to let's go all the way to, verse 4. And I'm going to bring it on down. And I'm going to show you what you all you all never accepted. You want to say, I know his name. I know that I'm saved. I know I have the Ruach HaKodesh. I know I have the Holy Spirit. I know I'm going to Mount Zion. I know I'm going to the kingdom eternal. You know all of that. But what you don't know is what's going to allow you to lock your own self up in the lake of fire. Because you're so busy trying to say you know everything. If you know everything, you shouldn't be on this devil platform listening to nobody. If you know everything and you know you already locked in and you know you the one, you know you the servant, and ain't got no actions, none whatsoever, but hate. That's one action many people have, and they are not even fully aware of it, and that is hate. They have that. If they ain't got nothing else, they got that hate because it was given to you, whether you the serpent seed or the spiritual seed. It was given to you. Okay, so I want to go to Revelation chapter 13 because round about in 13, I can kind of feel that's really where we at. So when I get to Revelation chapter 13 and verse 4, it says, and they worship the dragon, which gave power unto the beast. Now the dragon has given his power to the beast, and they worship the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him? Now, here we go. Let's rumble. Verse 5. And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemy, and power was given unto him to continue 42 months. Now, you go up to the top where in verse 4 it says, watch this here. Just listen. This is how you have to really watch it. And they worship the dragon, which gave unto the beast, which gave power unto the beast. Okay, then you go down to verse 5. And it says, and there was given him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemy, and power, which was given unto him to continue 42 months. Now, who's doing all this? Who? There we go. Who's doing all of this? Given And who set the pace for 40 and 2 months? Who set that time period like that? Matter of fact, who in verse 5 is this speaking? There was given him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemy, and power was given him to continue. How long? 40 and 2 months. Who set the timeline? Who set the day, the hour, the months, the years? Who set that? You see? You see? Now watch this here. Verse 6. And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against Yah, to blasphemy his name. Watch this here. And his tabernacle, and them that dwell in heaven. Now watch this here. Now here's the key, y'all. Listen to this. And it was given him to make war with the saints. That right there lets you know that y'all done messed up so bad. Y'all done messed up with the wrong one. Because the one that turned his power over to the beast was one thing. But there was someone that was giving orders to how it's supposed to rumble. That's why I tell y'all, I like his swag. I like the Most High, how he move, y'all. I like his swag. I like how he move. Because while he's moving and he's doing this here, y'all can't see him. And that's what I like. I like it. Because only those that he has given the eye to see and the ear to hear can hear it and see it, what the Most High Yah is doing. Now, listen to this. In verse 5, it talks about, and there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemy, and power was given unto him to continue 40 and 2 months. You see? So who gave that authority to that timeline? I'm surely they might have messed up somewhere in there, not knowing. But who set that timeline? Watch this here. And he opened his mouth, verse 6, in blasphemy and against Yah, to blaspheme his name and the tabernacle and them that dwell in heaven. Now watch this here. And there it go again. Now I jumped from verse 5 all the way down to 7, finna show you again. Who is this powerful one that given? Who is this powerful one that's given? And listen to what it says. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them. Now, who is setting that power to make war? Who's setting him up to make war with the saints? Who's allowing him to be able to overcome them? And power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations. Who gave this beast this type of power? But this is where 99.9 of you all who run around here clowning, thinking you having a gift to this earth. You have no actions. You have no support. You have no will to serve Yah under spirit and truth, under the light. But yet you stand on the seashore drowning in the middle of the ocean because you can't reach dry land. And what this is saying and what I am saying, this right here shows you where the fire and how you yourself, since you got your ticket already to Mount Zion, you got your ticket to the kingdom, you already full of the Holy Spirit. Now, what do you say about this? This will make your tail run and go the other way. Verse 7 will make your tail run and go the other way. Because what you all did not understand, what this sister here to do is to warn you that it is not what it seems. It's deeper than deep. And I'm grateful to get the warning of it's being deeper than deep. Because when you look at verse 7, it takes you deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper till you can't come out of the deep. Verse 7 take you deeper to deeper to deeper to deeper to deeper where you can't come out of deep because you're too deeper down. Listen to what it says. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints. Do y'all understand what that means? Tribulation, baby. I know it. Y'all thought y'all was out, didn't you? You thought you perilous times. You thought you got it and gone, didn't you? You talking about Revelation 13. You still in it, baby. You thought you had your ticket and your one-way ticket to go by this year to Mount Zion, didn't you? I keep telling you all, if you ain't right in the spirit, you ain't going to be a rat's behind in the flesh. So stop lying to yourself, your worst enemy, which is self. Here it says, and it was given unto him to make war with the saints. What was given to him to make war with the saints? The beast and his crew is coming after those that are the saints. Now you that runs around here pretending, you're full of pride, you feel self-centered, you feel ego, you feel you filled up with greed, you have no support, you have no fruit, you have no service, you have no position. I tell you right here, verse 7, I take my tail and run while you got a chance. Because right here is where your butt gonna get tried by the fire. And all this mess that you think you got, this is where you're gonna be tried. And it's gonna show you really who you are. Matter of fact, the verse itself should cause you to get your information and take your tail somewhere and sit down with it. That's what it should do for you. It says, and it was given unto him to make war with the saints. Who gave him the power to make war with the saints? You think it was the dragon gave the beast that type of power? No, you got to go back to verse 5. The one that's setting up this whole protocol, who holds up the beginning to the end. So when you look at verse 7, it's telling you that the saints are going to have it hard. And that's what Sister Deborah's purpose is, to prepare you from the inside to be able to fight the outside battle. And when you sit up here and look at me cockeyed and make me your enemy, it ain't you making me your enemy. It's what's your own spirit, which is the opposite seed, that would make Sister Deborah your enemy. If you're not for me, guess what? You 100% against me. You see? And it's okay. Because where you think that you are the kingdom, you're going to be the one that's going to be tried quicker before Sister Deborah, because it's going to move back the ones that they're really not after. It's coming after the true saints. They're not coming after you because you up in the corner, because you have set yourself as a brick wall and said, oh, I'm this, I got this, can't nobody tell me I ain't saved, and I ain't. Tell yourself that over and over and over and over and over. And one thing you're going to realize as time go on, that you've been telling yourself have been a full lie. Because hate of the serpent seed from the saints is one thing, and hate from the saints toward the serpent seed is another. That's why I speak highly about all the ones that sit on brick walls, sit up in the corner. You need to be in the corner, because you're going to live there and you're going to find out. I ain't going to find out, because you're going to swoop the coop as quick as possible. Because what this is said in Revelation, the beast is coming after saints. So the body of Hamashiach, the true body of Hamashiach, the true ones that are full of the Ruach HaKodesh. They ain't coming after you. So you can go and sit your tail down. Matter of fact, you can go on and find a church you can join and go on in there and sit down and worship. If the Catholic doors is open, I suggest you go run and make sure you get a seat. Show up every time the door is open, because that's where you heading once this hit hardcore, because you ain't the one that's going to be tried. The beast is not coming after you. For what? Who are you? Okay. Now it says here in verse 7, and it was given unto him. Something was given unto him to make war with the saints. You see? Now watch this. And to overcome them. The word they gonna get victory. So when I'm sitting here telling those who are spirit and truth with the light, get ready, get ready, get ready, y'all. It's dark out here. It's deeper than deep. This verse right here shows you right there. If you don't understand what he's saying to his servant, the prophet, I can't make it no deeper than this right here in Revelation chapter 13 and verse 7. That's deeper than deep, because it's allowing you to see what this beast is being given is authority from on high. Woo! To not only make war with the saints, overcome them. You see? Let's see how many of your tails go between your legs and take off running now. I kept telling you all, we're going to be tried by the fire. And what it's going to do, it's going to pinpoint who's who and what's what. I know. Your mess don't stink. You can go to the toilet, your mess don't stink. But you don't understand. It's because your nose can't sense how you stink. So it ain't going to sense how your mess stink. That's how ugly your spirit is. That's just how ugly your spirit is. So when you go to verse 7, it's setting a way that you ain't get priests, bishops, apostles, prophetess, Maureen, evangelists, pastors, seers. You ain't gonna get them to preach and teach that. They're not getting you prepared for this. You see? Sister Deborah taught a message yesterday. It's deeper than deep. Y'all said that it's deeper than deep. So that's just a warning to me. And I share it with you. 99.9 ain't gonna get it, and I know they ain't. It ain't about you getting it. I done got it. And gone. I done got it. And gone. I done ran what the word said unto me. And here I am finna speak it again, showing you what he was which he was instilling in me, how deep it really is. And this is what you call deeper than deep, deep. When it's telling you it is given to this beast. Watch this here. To make war with the saints and to overcome them, to get victory pretty much. And what it says, and power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations. But notice, they're not making war with nobody but the saints. You see? So when I'm sitting here telling you what they're doing to my page, or little bitty notes they putting on here, and I keep trying to tell y'all, guess what, y'all, that I can tell I'm on the list. I know what I'm saying. I know you. It don't matter to you. You just think this is a playground to play in. You think this is a page where you can come and hear something. Hey, yeah, I'm in there. And you bringing your tail here. I explained to y'all 3 or 4 times about how all the servants of the Most High Yah suffer to give and to leave me word to give unto you and to break it down. they suffered even unto death, so that you can be able to hear spirit and truth. You can be able to understand what many back then didn't. Yah brought a servant before you so that you can understand what many back then didn't. And you have the audacity to stand on this devil platform thinking you getting somewhere because you up in the corner and because you don't support. It's your heart. And don't think that you've been told that too many times and it didn't affect. Let me tell y'all something. The deepness of living is everyone gets the warning. Some get more than others. But the warning ain't coming to warn to back up and to back down. The warning is coming to warn so when it do happen, the warning will stay right up in your head and live with you forever. So it ain't saying that it ain't being fulfilled. Oh, I know. It ain't. You can say all that you want. Let me tell you something about this old hen. Ain't nothing I have ever said. And I got a mother that'll tell y'all, I vouch for it, that don't come to pass. Sit your tail somewhere else. Because when you come to this page and you try to hide up in the corner thinking, I can come up here anytime I'm wrong. I can listen to it. You can do whatever you want. But that very voice of what I said is going to continue to follow you all the days of your living. And that's how ignorant you are. That's how dumb a person really is. Because they feel that, hey, nobody can stop me. I can listen. You can listen to whatever you want. You're right. But it ain't listening to you. Because when it all said and done, ain't a word I'm saying. It's not going to be applied to show you that I had it right about you. Let's put it like that. Let's rumble that way. You see? So here in Revelation 13, I come to say to those that are of spirit and truth and those that are of the light that has your spiritual backpack ready. These are the things I was teaching you about how it's going to be and how it's going to get. And by you having your tools that you would need, you would come out, you see. But I want to show you, and I'm trying to get you to understand it. And whether you understand it or not doesn't mean anything, especially to the kingdom. The kingdom don't care if you understand it or not. Why? Because he put too much. 6,000-7,000 years he's been saying the same thing, sending his servant. And he said, Deborah, they've been taking my servant's life since the beginning. They worship today. So it ain't about, you see, what y'all don't understand, all power is in his control to the point where he's coming and allowing things to be given. So the will and the action of his will can still be performed. In verse 7, it was given. And if you think that it was the dragon giving this power, you the fool. Because the dragon didn't have no power. It was given to him. So the same one that gave the dragon his power is the same one that holds all power that the dragon is given to the beast. So you got to be checked today. Many of you all need to be checked because you so bent up and bent down to where you think my Yah don't hold all power. Y'all really think that, you so powerful, you so smart when you're really so dumb. You so spiritual, holy, and anointed till you're still as dumb can be. Because you're not. You ain't smart. You ain't nothing until you're riding in righteousness. You know who understanding is. You have the wisdom and the knowledge that's worth more than any silver and gold and rubies on this earth. You're the richest of the rich on this earth. You see? So you're richer than those that still feel they got something you ain't got. You see? You see how dumb people are? This is how it shows you that their intelligence is in their rectum. Everything about people has to be in their rectum. Okay, let me set an example. I gave y'all a word yesterday about this lady who embalmed. She's been being at the coroner's office. Her job is to embalm. And she said they didn't stop cleaning out the organs, taking out things, and then embalming. Now they leaving everything in there. And then she said they are embalming. Now, what she said, when you get to the stomach, you know, your whole stomach and the intestines and all, when you open those up, she said, they are so loaded with worms, all kind of worms. And I think she said her last two that before she retired, she just retired, was a 53 and a 41-year-old or 43-year-old, something like that. And she said they had died. All these worms is eating all up in your organs, traveling in your blood. You see how much credit you give your flesh? You see how you putting up treasures for your stinking, nasty flesh? And don't estimate when you go to the bathroom. All of yours don't stink, because your sick mind is just that weak and ignorant and stupid. And just her saying that shows me that, see, people don't even understand how rotten their flesh is, from the stomach to the heart to the brain is gone, because the way it function and think, the way it even understand can't compare to the understanding of the Spirit of Yah. But everybody put so much emphasis on their flesh and don't even know what it is and what it's going to be 2 days later, or now 3 days later after it's gone. You can't put so much emphasis on something that decay and has that type of odor within it. But when it come down to your spirit, you can put 100 on it. It's no way I will be getting my flesh all in order and my spirit is rotten. My spirit has hate at a level of a high level. My spirit don't have spirit and truth. My spirit don't have righteous belief, faith, and fear and hope in it, because y'all didn't give it anything, because you wanted to ride on your flesh. So if your flesh is riding on your flesh, then you're born of your flesh, and that's where you're going to have eternal to your spirit, is the way you lived your flesh. So I want to show you all exactly what I am saying about in this day. Getting it right, being right in your spirit, because in this situation here, I don't care how the beasts pull up on us as saints. If you are equipped with your book pack, your spiritual backpack, your spirit and truth, and your light, you holding the two-edged sword. It said in Revelation chapter 13, verse 7, it was given unto him to make war with the saints. Who gave him that, Father Yah? Who gave him that, Father Yah? Then it says, and to overcome them. Who give him the victory to overcome us? Woo! Who did that, Father Yah? Who did that, Father Yah? Why y'all out here clowning with this world, instead of trying to make a difference in the voice in this land, and not only making the difference in the voice, even in the action, just be out there representing Yah. No, you up in the corner and hiding behind bricks and rocks, saying you saved, you holding your ticket, like the one, you know what? Let me give you another example. Do y'all remember, this is what I'm saying, the parable, I might cover that one to this evening, the parable of the talents, how one was given 10, I think one was given 5, and one was given 1. And you try to measure the fact that, why did you give one? Because Deborah, he wasn't even worth the 1. That's why. I knew he wasn't going to do nothing. His name was already written in the darkness. So see, this is why you got people come out and try to portray they holy than thou. They righteous. They in there. I got mine. Don't you know that one that had that one talent? Think about what was in his mind. The same thing I'm telling you about those that's in their mind up in the corner. Brick walls that always on here. Can't wait to get up here and listen and have no actions behind them trying to hear something, but wicked and evil. Now listen to this. What happened to that one talent? I bet you now one of you have ever picked up your study guide and find out of those three individuals, what was the power punch about? No one. I'm going to cover that bad boy tonight. That's what I'm going to do. The three that had talents, what will make a creator give 1 10, 1 5, and give 1 1? What made that one to get 10 be entitled to 10? Praise the mighty Yah. What made that one have 5 to be entitled to 5? Well, only y'all know. What made that one be entitled to even the 1? But notice, none of y'all, I'm finna give you a treat. And make sure you put it in your backpack, y'all. Make sure you put this in your backpack. Even though all 3 examples of that parable received something from Yah. And he gave the less one because he knew what he was already. And guess what happened, y'all? That one that had 1, guess where he ended up? Where he started. Written in the book of Lake of Fire. Down here on the earth, holding the 1 gift from Yah. Thinking that he's somebody. Oh, I'm saved. I know I'm in there. I know I'm going back to the kingdom. I know I'm saved. I know Mount Zion is for me. I know I'm holy there now. And he held on to that 1 in that hope that he was all that and that. Ready for when the one that come to check to see what you did with what you had. I knew you weren't going to do nothing no way. That's why I did give you a gift of 1 thing. You did right by it. Now it's time for you to do right by where I chose for your seat. No one ever in this whole world would look at that like I just spoke it. He showed you the parable of how the kingdom of heaven might be at hand on that one. 3 individuals received talents to produce, to put forward, meaning what? Action, work, serve, produce. But that one, wasn't he given that same opportunity? That's exactly what he told Cain. All you had to do was do this. You couldn't do it, could you? I knew you couldn't do it either. All you have to do is do this, and you could have been, but I knew you couldn't do it no way. So those 3 talents, the one that had 1, they took that 1 and gave it to the other and put his tail in the lake of fire. But why was he given 1? So while you run around here with your nose up in the air, you so high and mighty and prideful, greed, selfish, self-centered. Yeah, I called you out and I call you in as well. But then you turn around and try to be on this platform every time Sister Deborah's on here. I don't need your subscribing. I don't need your like. I don't even need your presence up in the corner. Go somewhere and sit down somewhere. Because standing in the midst don't mean a rat's behind. I'm sure that one who hid his talent did the same thing you doing now. Hello. See, you never thought of it like that. You never would have thought of it like that. That's why I say I'm the servant from the Most High Yah. From the wilderness level am I'm taught, full of the Holy Spirit. He ain't sending me to be down here and not know who you are up in the corner. You see, I don't know where people get off thinking that you just as dumb and, hey, I can do whatever I want. I can say, yeah, you sure can, but you the fool. Like the one that had the 1 talent. Was not he a fool? He was a fool inside of a fool inside of a fool. He even hid his foolish ways. And when he came, he went to telling him, I know you, in a sense, I know you so well. I knew you would come back. I knew you was coming back to me. I knew enough to that. I just hid it for you. I knew you. This is people. They think they know y'all so well that they can hide and call themselves holier than thou. Not understanding, baby, measure what? Let me tell y'all one thing you can measure is that level of hate. Hate keeps you from doing anything that's righteous, faith, fear, and belief, hope that Yah. It keeps you from really gaining that wisdom, that knowledge, and that understanding. If it ain't living in you, and just because you say it's in you, don't make it be in you. I'm sure that one that had that one talent thought all that them years that, hey, I hid my talent because I knew him so well. To the point where I hid it. So when he come, I can show him I still got what you gave me. Go to hell. Go to the lake of fire. That's exactly where he sung. So don't play with Yah thinking you can go around the corners because your flesh smarter than your spirit. And it is. Because he got your stupid flesh thinking it's smarter and don't understand your spirit dumb and your flesh is dumb. Hello. And verse 7, it's going to show you who you are in the days to come. And it says, Revelation chapter 13 and verse 7, and it was given unto him to make war with the saints. What do you mean it's going to show us who we are? Because your tail going to hit the highway before this come. You're going to identify that you ain't who you said you was all these years. And it's sad because you find so many elderlies, so many people that's retired, so many people, you should be tired of being sick. You should be tired of struggling and going through things, knowing that's a role of hate that's in there that you never released. That's a form of pride, ego, self-centered, and think you're going to beat Yah at his game. Like the one that had one talent. Thought that they going to beat him at his game. Did y'all know that? See, none of y'all never knew that, did you? I'm going to cut into that this evening. Because so I can break that thing down. Because really, that's what I was saying, y'all. You can take this word and read it up and down and all around. But to that Holy Spirit give you the breakdown of what it's trying to say, even the smear words, the added, the takeaway, you don't know nothing. That's why we need the Holy Spirit. Because see, that Holy Spirit will correct our evil ways. Without that Holy Spirit, your evil ways and your hate and your greed ain't nothing going to be erased. It's going to be sitting right there. Tomorrow, the next day, doing identical to what that one talent was doing all the time. That it waited. To the point it hid. Look, the cunning, crafty, to where it didn't figure the mind of Yah out. To where I'm going to hide it. So when you come, it'll still be here. So what else did it have? Its own self-way. It didn't have the way of the one who gave it to him. The one that gave it to him wanted him to produce, to put it to work, to magnify that thing, to glorify that thing up, to bring others into the fold and to do what it's supposed to do, to increase. That's what he was giving it for. But what did he do? Hid it. I'm going to beat you. What did he say, y'all? I'm beating you at your own game. When you come back, I'm going to have it here for you. I'm beating you at your own game. So when you hear Sister Deborah telling you that the reason why people are the way they are, they don't have no actions. Their mouth tells them anything. And that's the wicked part of you. See, people didn't know that. It's your mouth. Because your mouth is with your mind and to deceive you to the fullness. See, the world don't have to deceive you. You deceive yourself first and foremost. That's why he said you are your own worst enemy first and foremost. Sister Deborah ain't. The world ain't. You are. Because you take the things which are wicked and evil, prideful, selfish, greed to the highest degree, and you have every right. You have every right. Because if your spirit came for that reason, then your spirit gonna die out for that same reason. Let me explain to you that. I'm gonna cut into that this evening, y'all. That's a good parable to bring out. The reason why you're gonna lose in the long run, because the one that had the one talent, not only was his talent taken from him and given to someone else who works faithfully toward Yah's service. See. And what did he do with him? Put his darn tail in the lake of fire. Hello. So why did you give it to him anyway? Yeah. You see, because a lot of these demonic Satan seeds out here holding some things or different talents and using them to the ability to manipulate themselves and others, that they are the servants of the Most High God. I am holy and thou. I'm full of the Holy Spirit. And I want to say this to y'all. There are things that attack our bodies, okay? A lot of things attack our bodies. But there are things that attack people's body because they got a level of hate in them. You see, a level of darkness and evil. When Yeshua went around healing, I noticed, and delivering people, he tend to say, and sin no more. You know, he's telling them that it's because people don't understand a lot of sickness is coming from sin. People not losing sin from when they was little on up. You see, they still have this here level of sin. And that sin is carrying hate, racist, prejudice, murder, stealing, killing, manipulating, cunning, witchcraft, selfishness, greed. Greed is on the highest list. It's the greed is the highest list, because if you really think about where the world is at, it's due to greed. Did y'all know that? None of y'all would have figured that out. Why did you say that, Deborah? Because those elites that rules the whole four corners with Satan, guess what? They're billionaires. And I think we got a trillionaire now. You see? They got all the money in the world. You see? And still trying to take everything out of the hands of everyone else. This is what having does to you. It makes you form a spirit of greed to where everything is about you, mine. How I can produce more for me, and mine. That's what happened to the one talent. He figured he was doing good, but what he was doing, guess what he was doing, y'all? He was playing a game on the one that gave him the one talent. He thought he was smarter than the one that gave him the one talent, because he figured he can just pull up that one talent and see, I saved it for you. No. You ain't saved nothing for me, because that's not what I gave it to you to save. You see, I gave it to you to do something. And I say that to any and everyone. I'm going to tell y'all something. Years ago, say like when I was in my early 30s, in between my early 30s and my early 40s, I used to always say that people really don't understand a lot of times what they have. What is it? What is it for? You see what I'm saying? Why me and millions are poor? Why? They so sick in the mind when they have something. They so gone in their flesh. They don't grip the ideal that, wait a minute, how and why did I have, and all those out on the corner, all over every state, children and men and women, veterans, why they all on the streets and poor? Why people can't find places? Why is he giving it to me? See, they never think, because they think the world surrounds what they have and what they got, measure who they are. That's going back to that one that had that talent. He had that same mentality to where he thought he was going to outsmart the one that gave it to him. Instead of increasing it, I'm going to keep it for years and years and years. So when he come, here it is. Use a lie from the pit of hell, because that's not why he gave it to you. He gave it to you to increase it and use it and glorify him and edify him and magnify him and add on to it. But now I ain't worried about what he wants. I'm going to hide. And when he comes, I'm just going to show him. See, I still got the one you gave me. See, look what I got. I got it. That's the mentality of people of the flesh. That's their mentality. That's why they don't want to release anything, and they can't. Because what? The level of hate and greed come hand in hand. It come hand in hand. I told y'all that years ago. It comes hand in hand. Me, mine, and we, that's in my circle. And you think the creator gives a rat's behind about that? No. No one ever think in this world, how did I get, and you know what? Let me tell you what the mindsets are. Oh, I worked so hard for it. Oh, I did. And all that you adding on what you did to make you entitled. You didn't just son yourself to the lake of fire. And what you mean, Deborah, I didn't son myself. You didn't son your flesh 100% to the lake of fire, because that's already where your spirit going. Okay? That's what I mean. Check. That's what I mean. You done son yourself to the lake of fire. Because people don't understand what you have is not for you. It was given to you to do righteous and do right by it. And if doing right by it and righteous and doing right by it means to do just that, then now you got to look up what is righteous, what is just, what is this? If this is detached to that she talking about, now you got to go find out what that is. So I'm gonna break down the 3 talents. The 3 that had the talents, because just like the what you call it, the 10 virgin. Let me tell y'all something. Ain't nobody can break that mess down like me. When I was 18, he told me, "Blessed is the one that understand the word, Deborah." But guess what, Deborah? Greater blessing is he that understand the word and the parable. That means I know the flesh and I know the spirit. Hello, I know. You're not there yet. So when it's talking about Revelation chapter 13, and it was given unto him to make war against the saints. I'm the one they're going to make war against. They ain't going to make war against you because you ain't nobody. Matter of fact, you the one going to help them to make war against me. Hello. You see how sick you are? So I'm still going to preach this thing. And then what it said, and to overcome them. You mean, Father, they gonna get victory? They gonna get victory? Yeah, they can get victory all day and all night. But don't think that y'all ain't coming for what belongs to him. They ain't worried about getting victory with you. You ain't nobody. You ain't nobody. And it's a sad thing of how it tells you in your study guide. They're going to make right wrong and wrong right. Good, bad, and bad, good. Light, dark, and dark, light. Bitter, sweet, and sweet, bitter. So you're already in that mode. You thinking you holier than thou, and you the darkness. You think you the righteous, and you the unrighteous. You think you the light, and you the dark. Why? Because your actions meets with the darkness, with the evil. Your actions, even among your family, it meets on the side of the darkness. You just as dark as they are. And you fail to realize, go on, get up in the crowd where you belong. Go on, get your tail up in the crowd where you belong. You see, don't be trying to sit out and saying you the light and you have no actions. You have nothing because there's too much hate for anything good to be in it. So this message is actually triggering what and how Revelation 13 is showing you where we're at. They're not coming. These people are not coming after y'all. I tried to tell y'all that yesterday and the day before. There's no reason why they're going to come after you. You ain't got no actions. Who are you? You don't even know who you are outside of what you call yourself to be. And the flesh is a lie and the truth ain't in it. That spirit got to pull up and tell the truth, baby, not your flesh. That spirit got to pull up with the actions, because that flesh ain't nothing but your worstest enemy. And I was saying to you all about also in how it's a sad thing about, I keep telling y'all about how bad it is out here. And even though I feel sometimes I ain't gonna say I'm like that now. And I was discouraged because I'm like saying, Father, you putting everything out. And it's like you're talking to the brick wall. And you realize you are talking to the brick wall because it's a lot of them up in the corner. You know, that's what they do. So a lot of times you feeling what you need to be feeling. But I was telling you about the young man that, not the young man, but this particular, he's an elder at that. And he was talking about, and I think he's a Christian priest, but he was talking about how the religions and different Catholics and different so on, and where they are standing. But he's actually telling you what I was trying to tell you in the last 2 days. When the Yah is telling me deeper than deep, pretty much when I heard him last night, I made sure I upload his message on my phone. Did I listen to all of it? I'm a person that don't have to listen to nobody's whole nothing. You can give me 5 minutes and I'm good. And I can analyze something based on just a short time listening to it. I don't need to hear their whole overall. Because just like Stephen Dorby, when I listen to him, I hear what he's saying and I don't have to hear his whole thing. You know why? Because whatever he's saying is so in oneness what I'm saying. So baby, I don't even have to listen to the whole, because if I listen to the whole, this is going to be something you saying that I don't agree with. So what I would do is I would take you as a righteous man and leave it at that. And it's not that I don't agree with it. It's just that he knows something I don't know, and I know something he don't know. And when those two bump heads, it's like, okay, just put them in the righteous. Like Abraham, like the Father put Abraham for righteous when it said Abraham believed. That's a bad sign there. It's showing you that they took on, when they created this book, they took on what Abraham believed. They took on the feeling of Abraham. But then you can understand that the king, the creator on the throne said, no, he didn't say no. He said, they say when Abraham believed, giving Abraham some glory for what? He's in a vision. Who wouldn't believe you was in a vision? What you see? Make it make sense, y'all. But the author and who's writing it would put Abraham on the pedestal. But I like what it said, but Yah counted it righteous. So Yah put it in the guideline of righteous, while man wants to put it in the guideline of the power of Abraham believing in a vision. So Yah put it under his righteousness. It's, to me, I look at it and I would read it and I said that he said, bro, I counted you in as righteous. Hello. That's just it. See, he didn't count it in as belief because he was in the vision, but he let him know he has already been written in that Lamb book of life as one of the ones that are under righteousness. Okay? That's why he said, and I counted it as righteousness. See, he put it in his order and not whoever wrote the book order or Moses, whoever. He put it in his order. That's why I say I like his swag. I like how the Most High rumble. I like how he moved. So I want to let you, before I get off of here, I want to let you kind of hear this video. Somewhere along the line, I started this video with this video, and it seems as if something shut down. I can't explain it. When I say that, if I say that I am having some issues with YouTube or anything having to do with any platform, phone, YouTube, or computer, don't estimate that it's something that's coming to play, okay? It's something that knows who Sister Deborah is. The reason why she has left very little views and very little subscribers is because when truth speak, no one's around to hear it, okay? That's a fact. If you ever picked up your study guide, it says the same thing to you. When truth speak, there's no one around to hear. It's when the lie and deception, you got millions. You got millions of subscribers, million like year after year after year after year after year after year. They would eat that deception, strong delusion, lies, like it's the best meal on the earth. Now, I want to just say this because I said I would bring this here video before I leave off of here. I wanted you all to. I want you all.
Want me to help you with your groceries?
I'm waiting.
When a civilization, a culture, a nation, a people turns away from God at the level and the scale that we are seeing in our modern world, the divine protection is diminished, not because God abandons us, but because we collectively have abandoned him. The sacraments are the primary weapons against demonic influence. The Eucharist, confession, confirmation, these are not mere symbols or rituals. They are supernatural instruments that impose the authority of Jesus Christ against the principalities and powers that St. Paul warned us about in Ephesians 6. But when the reception of the sacraments collapses, when churches empty out, when confession lines disappear, when people stop believing in the real presence, the spiritual armor deteriorates and the enemy moves in. What makes this moment unprecedented is not just the collapse of sacramental life. It is the deliberate and systematic dismantling of the cultural and moral frameworks that historically limited demonic access to souls. Every sin is an opening. Every grave sin is a wide opening. And when grave sin becomes not just tolerated, but
You know what?
celebrated, when it becomes
How could
institutionalized,
it do this?
legalized, normalized, and promoted to children,
Oh no.
let me tell you something
There you
that most people are not prepared to hear. Most people today, Catholics, Protestants, atheists alike, are walking through life as if everything is normal, as if the world they see on their screens and hear about on the news is just business as usual. But I'm here to tell you, what is coming is not business as usual. What is coming will shake the foundations of every civilization on earth. What is coming will force every single human soul to make a choice they cannot escape. I have studied demonology, spiritual warfare, and the teachings of the church for decades. I have sat across from people who were oppressed, obsessed, and possessed. I have seen what most people refuse to even acknowledge exists. And in all of that time, in all of those years of study of prayer of battle, nothing has prepared me for what I am seeing begin to unfold right now. The signs are everywhere. The spiritual warfare has intensified to a degree that even seasoned exorcists are taking notice. The moral collapse is not accidental, it is orchestrated. Confusion in the church is not random, it is targeted. And the silence from the pulpit, that silence is defensing. Because what is coming requires every soul to be awake, prepared, and rooted in truth. This is not conspiracy theory. This is not fear-mongering. This is theology grounded in scripture, in tradition, and in the consistent warnings of the saints, the mystics, and the visionaries that the church has recognized for centuries. What they described is not vague. What they warned about is not symbolic. And what we are beginning to see is not a rehearsal.
Okay.
I want to start with
What
something
this
that
here
I
did
observed
is it
firsthand.
switched me how I can't explain it to his other part of his instead of starting me where I normally the part that I wanted you all to hear in regards to him saying that there is something that's about to happen and things are that's actually happening. And then it switched to the middle of what he was saying. I'm like, wait a minute, I ain't listened to that middle. Why is you way that? I don't know how that phone got from the first 2 or 3 minutes that I wanted you to listen to all that other stuff before it even tell you what I was trying to get you all to hear. And that was the first part, which he was talking about how there is something going on and something is happening and how a lot of people, even in the Catholics and Protestants, a lot of them ain't aware of it, and they're ignoring it and walking around. He said, going around as if there's nothing about to happen or things are not happening. That's the part I wanted you all to hear. And then I will take you out. But when I started it, it took you to his middle part of what he was saying. Now, I was wanting, like I say, to you to understand that if here it is, I'm saying what in the way that Yah is giving it to me. And here, even he is some other nation, some other whoever, but yet he's still giving a warning. His warning is like unto my warning. You get what I'm saying? His warning is like unto his warning is still warning those who are in leadership, those who are ruling, those who are leading the people. That hey, something is you acting like it's nothing going on, but it's hey y'all, something's happening, something is, and that's my whole thing. I think about how I constantly keep trying to, and it ain't like it's a hard job. It's just it's easy. It's real easy to keep informing people of situation. It's easy, but what's hard is the feeling of already knowing, like the Father. I can give them all the light that they want and they need, and they still wouldn't shine. You see, that's what that's all about. So I was trying to, I hate I even gave you the video because it went in the middle, a part that I hadn't even heard. I was just wanting to capture the beginning, which is talking about the warning of what is about to happen, what is taking place, and what is happening. Now, what he did get into, he was getting ready to get into pedophiles and eating up, drinking blood, and so yes, he was about to get into that, but I didn't want to let you all hear all of that. So I pretty much I have to apologize for that first part, but I started it back over so you can get the part that I wanted you to hear. But I give the Most High all glory and praise for giving me Revelation 13 to show me that when I say deeper than deep, baby, I need you to capture this. I need you to capture Revelation 13 and verse 7. So you see where they're going to be tearing up on the saints. You see how the saints is going to, how they're going to be affected like it was back in the ancient days. They're going to feel something. So when you running around here saying you feeling this thing, leave them alone. Let them not feel nothing. It's coming. So it's better to be warned than to think that, hey, and it's better to be warned to a point where you're not just saying, I'm all this, I'm all that, I'm all this, and I'm all that, because that fire going to catch your tail first, because it's going to identify that you wasn't who you said you was. Okay, so the things that the Father is going to allow to happen regarding those that are the true saints and the true children of the Most High Yah, He's letting us know that they're coming after us. Okay, and don't think that He still don't have it all in control. They're coming after us, even though it's His will. Okay, so I, Sister Deborah, appreciate each and every last one of you all tuning in. I hope you got something out of it. But I will say that I will be back at 8 p.m. Central Time. And I say shalom and shalom.